process of credibility, most often than not, will arise when it comes to issues of competition or projects. And other. How do you ensure that all the projects you do, there is credibility in the selection process? Because, I mean, you can't take it away from our society, where it's believed that you need to know somebody to be able to do anything or to be selected for anything. How do you ensure that there's credibility in what you do?
Well, I try my best, and I'll cite two examples of two projects. For the uplifting the SS3 students, the ones that emerge as the best students in each of our local government areas, we don't rely on the general populace or the schools. We actually have to pay a fee to WAEC to get a sealed document from them for the results of the students in Ogun State. Then we sit down and we see who is the best student in each of the local government areas. So that's for the SS3 students.
You pay to WAEC for a
We have to pay for a sealed, certified copy of the results for those in Ogun State, and we get it directly from WAEC. So we don't just rely on people saying, oh no, we had the best student or we had the best student. We get a sealed copy of the Ogun State results direct from WAEC, and then we analyze it, and it's whoever emerges as the best in each of the local government areas. That's for the SS3 students. For the football camp that you recently spoke about, I had Chief Odegbami, I had Ambassador John Fashanu, and I brought in a scout from the UK to preside over the process, because I wasn't going to pretend that I was an expert in football issues. They could identify the skills and all, and I insisted that each one of them should submit to me personally a handwritten list of the names that had emerged, so that there weren't any changes while typing was going on or anything. I don't know how else I could have tried to make sure that
the process is credible.
Yes, the process is credible, and it was those that was decided by the judges on duty that actually got back
on the
to me.
list. Now let's talk more about the Kilimanjaro. You're going to do fundraising,
Yes.
and plans of. Are you going to climb the mountain?
I intend to get to the summit.
Okay, so tell us more about this.
Okay, a friend of mine, Remy Abere, is turning 50, and she has been selfless enough to say that she would like to celebrate by raising funds excuse me, for those in the IDP camps. Now, I'm sure you all know how passionate the wife of our president, Aisha Buhari, is about IDP camps. I mentioned this to her, and I said I was willing to climb, and she has nominated me to climb on her behalf. Excuse me, she has actually done a tape which we will be playing to raise funds, to seek support towards this mission. The essence is, as I've mentioned, to raise funds for those suffering in the IDP camps across the country. I'm climbing with Remy Abere on behalf of the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the purpose of raising funds for those suffering, those displaced families and children and women in the IDP camps in Nigeria.
Okay, and how is the process going to be like? Are you inviting more people? And those who want to support this project?
Well, there's 6 women climbing. There will be a press conference to seek support. And when we give that press conference, there will be bank account details scrolling at the bottom, so that anybody who's inspired to donate towards this cause can donate into that bank account. Also, the climbing is actually going to be recorded, so that you can see us every step of the way. Those that fall behind, those that don't actually make it. But actually, we anticipate and we expect, because every single one of us is determined to do this. We understand that it's inconvenient, and it's that inconvenience that we're counting on to inspire people to donate towards this cause. So people will see us as we're climbing, and you just dropped yourself in, because I shall be approaching channels as well. I tell you that corporate bodies are always like, oh, she's going to ask for something. If you can do something to televise this as well, so that when people are watching us and seeing how we're really, really flogging it out or swatting it out. They can be inspired to donate towards this cause. The cause being raising funds towards those in the IDP camps. Again, in line with what you just asked me, when we do come back, we do not intend to hand over funds to the officials in the IDP camps. We will be going there. We will see whether it's psychological education, you know, because the families are displaced. They've undergone so much trauma. They're traumatized. They're displaced families. So whether it's amenities, social amenities, whether it's daily amenities like beds, pillows, food, things that are directly beneficial to those in the camps is what we would like to give to them. We are not going to hand over funds that we've raised, and we are particular too about it not only being funds. We don't mind whether corporate bodies or kind individuals donate whatever it is they have. Even it could be building materials for us to extend the camps and make them more comfortable, whatever it is you have. Nothing is too small, obviously nothing is too much, and it is all going to go directly towards those in the IDP camps scattered across Nigeria.
When is this climb?
We intend to climb from the 29th of December to the 6th of 29th of November to the 6th of December. It takes 7 days to get to the top.
And
7 days.
Sure you're going to get to that?
I am determined. I need your prayers because I will stay focused on the course. Why am I here? We're all in the age bracket of 50. We're all responsible mothers. And we're climbing a mountain. We've left our family. We've left our homes. We've put ourselves out. I will stay focused on that I am doing this. Remy is doing this. And I'm doing this on behalf of the wife of the president, Hajia Muhammad Buhari. I'll stay focused that I need to get to the top to raise funds for this woman, and that is what will get me to the top. I believe so. And now I've put myself on the spot. I have to get it.
If you do not get to the top,
I have to.
all the viewers out there.
Exactly.
And they said that we should bring the camera so that we'll see how, you know,
the process.
The process.
I'm sure one of those days after the climb, we're going to get some questions asked us on this program. Did she get to the top?
So bring your camera
So we'll bring you
and
back
show
here.
them,
We'll
please.
bring you back here when you finish the climb to come and tell us how it was climbing up there.
Well, I'm hoping they would have seen it. We're pushing it back and forth. I'm hoping they will see this process on channels TV.
The Green Ambassadors, let's go back to the Green Ambassadors. They just came back from the United Kingdom. When is the next competition?
I don't have specific dates, and one thing I like to do with programs that I embark upon is tie them up into a neat bow. I don't like to do projects just for the sake of it and just leave it at large. So this is a new initiative. The GEFTI, the first national essay competition, was the first one. I want to see where I take the ambassadors from there. I want to see what they become. I want to see what jobs they get into. I want to know what impact they make in the society. I want to know whether they can inspire our government to change policies, to get our corporate bodies, for instance, to buy their packaging back. Think of the days when Coca-Cola used to be in bottles. There was no waste. There were no plastic bottles. There were no cans littered about, because once you finish the products, you take the bottles back. They refill, and we buy the products again. So if everybody bought their own packaging back as waste for stipends, even to those that actually bring the waste back to them, it's job creation, it's cutting down on waste, and it's just a policy that needs to be passed. All commercial bodies, please buy your packaging back. I want to believe that it's actually efficient for them to actually buy their packaging back and recycle it. I believe it's cheaper for them because this is what they use. I believe that the recycling process for them to reuse this packaging would actually cut down on their cost of production, cut down on the cost to the consumers as well, because the cost has gone down by virtue of this recycling chain, and the waste would be reduced in the environment as well. So we're sustaining the environment too.
Okay.
Yeah,
so the green competition, we don't have specific dates, but the other programs, what should we be expecting?
As I said, we have several of them, and as I said, it's always based on a needs assessment and on what I have in my kitty. I've had instances of people just donating towards me. or towards the UPLIFT Development Foundation, saying that they've heard and they've seen and they've watched the process and they are inspired to contribute towards it. So if somebody turns up today and gives me a lorry load of food items, for instance, then I will have a food outreach program. It's one of the things we do. And it's always given to vulnerable citizens, well, in Ogun State, since that is where my husband is the governor at the moment. So it's whatever I have that I can give. I can't give what I don't have.
Okay, and that's giving back to the people. Thank you so much for being here this morning. We've been speaking with the president of UPLIFT Development Foundation and the founder of Green Education for Youth Initiative, GEFTI, and of course the wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Olufunsho Amosun. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.